Hi guys, today we are going to discuss about how to conduct an internal audit on FSMS. First we will look what is an audit. ISO 19011 defines an audit as a systematic, independent and documented process for obtaining audit evidence and evaluating it objectively to determine the extent to which audit criteria are fulfilled. In other words, a check that the FSMS is operating effectively in accordance with the system criteria. There are three types of audit: first party, second party, third party. Internal audits are first-part audits. An audit by the organization of its own systems and procedures are called first-party audit. The objective of first-party audit is to assure maintenance, development and improvement of the FSMS. Second-party audits are external audits such as supplier audits. Definition of second-party audit is an audit by the organization on its suppliers and subcontractors. Objectives of the second-party audit are to determine suitability of suppliers and to appraise supplier performance in respect of food safety management. Third-party audits are also called external audits. Audit carried out by an auditing organization independent of the client and the user, for the purpose of certifying the client's management system. Objective of third-party audit is to determine whether an organization's FSMS has been established, documented, implemented and maintained in accordance with a specified standard. For any organization, audit programs must be determined, managed and controlled in order to be effective and to demonstrate continual improvement. To audit effectively, the auditor will need to evaluate how the PDCA process actually contributes to the continual improvement of the FSMS. The auditor will need to evaluate how the monitoring and measurement processes that the organization has established contribute to the continual improvement of the FSMS. The diagram overleaf shows the management of an audit program related to the plan, do, check, act cycle. Certain key principles should consider when conducting internal audits. 1. The training of internal auditors. Training should adequate approach to the organization's food safety issues. Adequate grounding in audit methodology. 2. The audit program should comprehensive in its coverage of the system. Should capable of change if circumstances dictate. Should demonstrate that previous audit findings are used. Should relevant to the critical aspects of the organization. 3. The audit planning and preparation should demonstrate allocation of trained auditors with impartiality and objectivity. Should demonstrate use of checklist prepared to evaluate the system, not just standard. 4. The audit results. The results should include the comprehensive recording of evidence. Need documented evidence with complete audit activities. Should demonstrate effective review of successful implementation of corrective actions and timely preventative measures being achieved. Planning internal audit program. All activities within the food safety management system should be covered at least once each year. At a minimum, the scope of the internal audit program shall include their HACCP or food safety plan, including the activities to implement it. Prerequisite programs. Food defense and food fraud prevention plans. Procedures implemented to achieve the standard. However, the audit duration and audit selection are depend on the below factors. Scope of the audit. Type of food products processed by the organization. Complexity of processes and their layout. The level of automation and sophistication in operations. Size of workforce employed. Locations of functional units to be audited. Each area should be audited at least once a year, but for an effective program, plan on auditing each area at least twice. The audit plan. Identify what processes or procedures must be audited in each area or department. These will be included in the audit plan for the area. Internal audit steps. Once your schedule is completed, it's time to get ready for your first audit. Prepare your audit plan based on the processes and procedures you identified. Create audit schedule. Complete audit plan. Hold opening meeting. Conduct audit. Document the findings. Prepare audit report. Hold closing meeting. Prepare audit file. Follow up. How to prepare the audit checklist. The development of the checklist takes place after the auditor has gained an understanding of the scope, process performance and the sequence of process activities or interaction. The checklist is a valuable aid to auditing and is used as a working document and a record. The compliance of checklist is a way of analyzing the process involved. The purpose of a checklist is to ensure that the objectives and scope of the audit are met, and that every part of the audit is completed. The checklist acts as a guide for the auditor. It is the auditor's main tool in carrying out the audit successfully. Auditor's task. Internal auditors are responsible for verifying the effective implementation of the food safety management system. They must be trained on internal auditing. Find objective evidence that the system is implemented and effective. Identify non-conformance. Find areas where the system is not operating as planned. Find areas where the system doesn't meet the requirements of the standard. Take detailed notes. Be specific. This information will be used to identify non-conformance and to assist the department in understanding what was observed. Check documents and records. Ask questions. Observe processes and compare them with documented procedures and work instructions. Investigate any differences. Follow audit trails, be curious. Take good notes. Other than above, the FSMS and sector-specific knowledge and skills of auditors include the following. FSMS specific management system requirements and principles and their application. Legal requirements relevant to sector. Requirements of interested parties relevant to the FSMS. Fundamentals of food safety management. Nature of operations or workplace being audited. Conducting the audit. Using your checklists and procedures as references, go out to observe the process and talk to people in the department. You are looking for evidence that the food safety management system is working effectively. Techniques. Use open-ended questions. They provide more information. Ask for clarification or more information if you do not understand. What, where, why, who, when. Keep people informed about what you are finding. Point out non-conformance as you go. Make sure the auditee understands what you see as the non-conformance. There should be no surprises in the closing meeting. The audit file includes audit plan, audit checklists, audit report. The management responsible for the area being audited must ensure that any necessary corrections and corrective actions are taken as soon as possible. Follow-up activities will include the verification of the actions taken and the reporting of verification results. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Food Desk, it is all about food.